Today we're going to be talking about anime having to do with gaming. So, that is gaming, not just video games, board games, anything. We're going to start with YuGiOh, a game of sorts, is a card game. And if you don't know that already, it's spread literally all over the place. And if you don't know where it comes from an anime called YuGiOh, with a bunch of stars and craziness all in between that. The plotline of this anime stars a character who's a bit short and a very strange style compared to today, whose name is Yugi Moto. Yugi Moto finds a Millennium Puzzle in his grandpa's house as kind of an heirloom gift his grandma gives him, that after he completes the puzzle, puts all the pieces together, it contains the soul of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh. And this pharaoh is the king of games, meaning that any game he plays, he is going to be great at. The next one we're going to talk about is SAO. I don't think I have to talk about a lot about this. I think a lot of people already know about SAO, but I'm going to touch on SAO alternative. Still the full dive technology where you put it on and your brain just gets sent to the virtual world, but it's all stars in Gale Online, which is just like COD, but massively multiplayer version of it. So everybody's got guns and stuff. You can walk around, you can ambush people, you can fight PvE monsters, you can participate in tournaments, and just a lot of really fun, interesting things that you could be doing in this COD-esque FPS world. Now, what's fun about it is it stars in real life a very tall woman who hates the fact that she's so tall, and because everybody looks at her weird for it, and in gaming she's just trying to find a character who's small and cute, and eventually finds a small and cute character in Gale Online, but doesn't know what the game is about. So very quickly does she adapt to this world, love the PvP aspect, and is then later on called the Pink Devil because she's so quick and very accurate with her guns. It's exciting. The fights are really cool, and the storytelling is very fun. And it's very big departure from the SAO world because it just centers around this game and this person's story. Moving on to Overlord. Overlord, same style story, SAO, just the beginning where somebody gets trapped in a video game. But this person is, instead of being new-ish to the game, is a seasoned veteran of a more World of Warcraft-esque experience. So there's, guilds and, people team up and, do world quests together. And he gets trapped by himself, apparently, in this very fantasy-like world. Now, what's fun about this is that almost immediately he realizes, because the NPCs that him and his friends have created in this guild, the guild called Einzelgone, just start becoming more realistic. They start acting more like they've been programmed to, not just click on them and then they say predetermined dialogue. Now they're actually acting like real creatures of this world. And he almost he doesn't have the little online menu anymore, and he's just existing in this world. And that's what I actually find really fun about Overlord, is that instead of with all the RPG elements, they remove them and just keep the, oh, now you're in a world of magic fantasy. Next one is Kakegurui. Kakegurui is all about gambling, and insane gambling. While you're watching this anime, people's eyes go crazy and personalities are all over the place. It's one of the most dramatic animes I've watched, just for the sake that it's not crazy world going around them. There's not magic and, lightning bolts shooting left and right. There's no wars going on. It's literally just people gambling in a high school. And this one lady comes in, her name's Yumiko Jabami, and she absolutely starts destroying people's gambling habits, gambling lifestyles, because she's really, really insane and very, very smart. So she goes through this high school that's everything's based on gambling, kind of like Classroom of the Elite, but in this high school, you gamble your way to success. And you are worth as much money as you currently have or that your family is worth. So obviously the people who are richer in the high school have more sway, at the time, but anything can be gambled away. Even the richest students can be taken down through a game or two. It's very intense for what is being gambled. At certain times, people's lives are being gambled with. Some people go into so much debt that the school pre-assigns them a life, basically telling them who they're going to get married to, how many children they're going to have, and so on. And it gets really, really insane. And it's really talking about, how much control do you have in a world of gambling? Well, not that much. And it really, really looks at gambling in a whole new view. Just how much can you gamble, and what kind of games can you gamble? It's another one that is very unique in the way it tells the gaming aspect, because it really gives you a view on all the sorts of games you've never experienced before. Moving on to more recent anime, we have High Score Girl. High Score Girl's on Netflix. It's all about the love of good old-fashioned arcade games. So High Score Girl is a love letter to arcade games, very much, looking at Darkstalkers, Street Fighter, Turbo, or Virtual Fighter, all things of that vein, and then some more fun ones that aren't as competitive. And we star our main character, Haruo, and his rival, Akira. And what's funny about this anime is that Haruo is a very introverted gamer who's just very passionate about gaming, and certain characters in the story, like, absolutely fall head and heels over for him because he's very passionate about it, but he's kind of introverted, so doesn't understand exactly why he's getting attention. Akira is his rival in gaming, who's like the only person who's ever really shown him a true battle. And the funny thing about her, she doesn't talk at all. She just makes noises, makes physical violence, and together they kind of form this lovely bond between the two of them of rivalry that slowly evolves into something more. It's very, very adorable. It definitely pierced my heart when I watched it, and certainly the episodes are so well told that it was like bring tears to your eyes type of episodes. So go and watch High Score Girl. It's very easily accessible. It's got 2 seasons already, and I think you would love it. Moving on to a very recent one, we have, hold on, looking over here, read the whole title, Bofuri, I don't want to get hurt, so I'm going to max out my defense. Another high dive video game-esque one. And what's so funny about this is that it is an online virtual, space where they use, the full dive gear and all that. But she's not stuck in it. It's just about the video game that she plays. So the storytelling has nothing to do with it being serious or life-threatening. It just has to do with the fun of the game she's playing and just, de-stressing in this video game. And so when she starts, she goes, oh, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to, I don't want to die a bunch, because I love the character that I am and I love this customization I've made. So she just maxes out her defense, which if you are a video gamer, you know that you're usually supposed to spread it out a little bit, not put all of your attribute points into one stat. And so from that, she breaks parts of the game as she continually, every time she levels up, puts it in defense, puts in defense, and then gets defense-only abilities. And then, therefore, has a character that's super, super OP because it cannot be damaged. And it goes wild. It's more of a comedic anime than it is, a seriously told story. And I think you'd enjoy it for the lighthearted casualness of it. Moving on to my final one, and if you can't tell what my final anime is, just look at my background. We got the chess pieces. We got the purple mountains. And right behind me, we've got our 2 main characters. And what I love is this anime is one of my favorites because it takes gaming to a whole new level, like when I was introduced to YuGiOh. It's called No Game, No Life. First of all, let's get people out there to watch this anime so it gets more viewership, it gets another movie, and it gets more seasons. Woo! And if you've never watched No Game in Life, go watch it. It's on the short side, but it's really, really well built story-wise. And every episode that they do has a new, very well thought out game that they play. And I think it's like the 5th or 6th episode that has an amazing game that they play that just blows my mind every time I watch it. No Game No Life is about two characters. We have Sora and Shiro. Again, we got these two right here. And Sora and Shiro are two characters under the group name of Blank. Every time they play a video game, they put spaces where their name should go in order for the name Blank to come out. And they are by far the best players, probably on all of the Earth that they're playing on. That's when this gaming god from a different planet goes, oh, you would have a lot of fun in my world. So I'm taking you over there right now, and we're going to see if you can flip this world completely over. And they don't know what they're getting themselves into, but quickly they're read basically the commandments of this world that are followed by law, or you are punished through some sort of magic. And basically the world revolves around gaming. Every single dispute you have cannot be solved through violence, must be solved through a game, and whatever the conditions of the game is, the wager or bet that's put on must be followed by rules of this world. And it is very well told, and by looking at the background behind me, it is an incredibly beautiful anime. You don't just have, bland mountains. They're purple, they're white, they're blue. You got giant chess pieces in the background, and all of the animation is that style. It is very well built, and it's fantastic. Now, if that didn't already drag you in, there's a movie already out that's also on Netflix that you can go watch that is all about the back history, a prequel of sorts to the main anime. And it is very, very intense because it has to basically do with how the human race survived through all the other races being incredibly powerful and magically gifted while humans have nothing. And so the story of this anime is how two humans, Sora and Shiro, take the human race and slowly escalate them beyond where they are. Now that we're at the end of that list, go view these anime. I think they all deserve a little bit more viewership, especially No Game No Life. It's very, very fun. And if those didn't entice you, well, let's talk about an anime I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch two anime coming up that have to do with gaming. One is called Death Parade, and the other one is Log Horizon. I'm pretty sure Log Horizon's been out for a while, and so is Death Parade. Death Parade, it might already be clicking up here because the theme song is one of the most catchy things that's out there. It is very enticing and very much gets stuck in your head. I've heard it on a bunch of, anime quiz lists on YouTube and a bunch of top anime theme songs because it's so catchy. It's so fun. But the anime itself is more dark. It's about a bar that sits at the end of the afterlife. Basically, when you die, you go here, and the bartender, or I think they call him a bar master, basically pitches a game to you that's there to figure out the true nature of your soul. And when the game's finished, you either go to the void of nothingness or you get reincarnated. And that's already a very intense story. I've never watched it before, so I'm looking forward to go into it. And Log Horizon has a very similar setup to SAO, where it's, I think it was somewhere around 30,000 Japanese gamers get stuck in this massively multiplayer virtual reality, and the log out button disappears. But it does seem a little bit more on the lighthearted side, while SAO was very much intense and, it was very life-threatening because if you died in there to anything, then you would die in real life. I haven't watched Log Horizon, but it's got a couple seasons out and looks like a fun watch. So that's my anime list. Next time, I will be doing a vlog about short anime, meaning one season anime, no more than 12 to 14 episodes. Look forward to that. That'll be my vlog number 3. And as we say every episode, stay casual.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Michael's vlog. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe for more anime casuals. Also, our schedule is going to look like this: Michael's vlogs on Tuesdays, Johnny's vlogs on Thursdays, and my vlogs on Saturdays, as well as a collaborative video on Sundays, as well as a couple things sprinkled in between. Thanks for watching, and keep it casual.